What if Ron was sorted into Slytherin? On the first evening of his Hogwarts journey, Ron Weasley sat nervously among the other first years, awaiting his turn under the sorting hat. His family had always been Gryffindors, and he assumed he'd follow the same path. Yet, when the sorting hat was placed on his head, its voice whispered something unexpected. Ah, a Weasley. Plenty of courage, yes, but also ambition, a desire to prove yourself, to step out of the shadows of your brothers. You'd do well in Slytherin. Ron froze. The thought of being sorted anywhere but Gryffindor felt like a betrayal of his family, but the sorting hat's reasoning resonated. Slytherin, it finally declared, and gasps rippled through the Great Hall. Ron's sorting created a stir. The Weasley name, synonymous with Gryffindor pride, now carried the weight of suspicion and whispers. His brothers, particularly Fred and George, were shocked. His mother's letters came laced with reassurances that they still loved him, but Ron couldn't ignore the tension. In the Slytherin common room, Ron was an outsider. The house's pure blood supremacy ideals clashed with his upbringing, and many of his peers saw him as an oddity. Yet this gave Ron a unique perspective. He observed the politics and dynamics of Slytherin House, and realized he could use this position to challenge stereotypes and prove his worth. In classes, Ron found himself partnering with students he'd never imagined speaking to, like Blaise Zabini and Daphne Greengrass. While Draco Malfoy initially mocked him, seeing him as a traitorous Weasley, Ron's sharp wit and strategic thinking eventually earned reluctant respect. Meanwhile, his friendships with Harry and Hermione were tested. Hermione struggled to understand his new environment, while Harry, wary of Slytherins, due to his rivalry with Malfoy, felt betrayed. During their first major argument, Ron snapped, "Do you think I asked for this? Do you think I'm any less your friend because of where I sleep at night?" This turning point forced Harry and Hermione to reconsider their biases. Slowly, their bond strengthened as they learned to navigate the complexities of their different houses. Being in Slytherin unlocked a side of Ron he didn't know he had. He became more resourceful and strategic, traits that shone during challenges like Wizard's Chess. His ambition drove him to excel in areas he previously felt overshadowed by his brothers. By the time of the Triwizard Tournament, Ron played a pivotal role in strategizing for Harry, using his insight into Slytherin tactics to anticipate underhanded moves. His actions blurred the lines between Gryffindor bravery and Slytherin cunning, showing that the two were not mutually exclusive. Ron's presence in Slytherin began to shift perceptions. He advocated for inclusivity, challenging the house's pure-blood elitism. His loyalty to his friends and willingness to stand up to Malfoy inspired other Slytherins to question their values. When the Battle of Hogwarts loomed, Ron became a bridge between the houses. He rallied students from all backgrounds, proving that bravery and ambition could coexist. His leadership during the final stand against Voldemort cemented his legacy as a unifying force. Years later, Ron reflected on his time in Slytherin. The experience had shaped him into a more confident and empathetic person, unafraid to challenge the status quo. His journey showed that a person's house did not define their character, but rather provided opportunities for growth. Ron Weasley, the Slytherin who redefined his house, became a symbol of unity in the wizarding world. His story proved that courage and ambition, when combined, could lead to greatness.